Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Catherine Kelly. I wanted to just kind of bring something to your attention today that you probably already are feeling, but may not have really put some names to it. But I want to bring to your attention the whole concept of the dark night of the soul. Now, basically, the dark night of the soul for someone is when they go through a very tough, dark, gloomy, very doomy kind of period of their lives. They don't feel very much hope. They feel like everything's kind of going down the tubes for the most part. And I really think that's what's going on in our country right now, is that it's the nation's dark night of the soul right now. We haven't really had a huge national crisis in this magnitude since the Depression days in 1930s. And so, that was a long time ago that the whole country was in turmoil. The difference with this one versus then was that the turmoil was basically about the financial crisis. The finances crashed. Everything was very dismal financially. That's not true today. That is not true today. We're actually in a pretty good place. We're still leading many countries as far as the financial systems. So that's not the case. But what is happening is that there is lots of darkness that is coming to the surface about all of this stuff that we have been trying to outgrow. So instead of having one big financial situation that is causing a lot of the stresses in people's lives, we're actually having an accumulation of lots of different things come to the surface all at once that are really, personalized to people. For some, it's the educational system as this new person gets into her position. For some people, it's the environmental system. For some people, it's this travel ban, women's rights, gay rights. Everything is just really coming to the surface. And so the nation is going through a dark night of the soul. And, if we have 325 million people in this country, at least half, if not more of them, are going through this. And my guess is probably about 2/3 are, because I think there's a lot of buyer's remorse going on out there, realizing that, our new president is really not going to be able to do what he promised. But he's also showing already that there's some negativity out there that people they were expecting, but really weren't expecting at this magnitude. So this dark night of the soul is really affecting people. And what I want to encourage people, and I've said this before, but I want people to really think about what it is that they're supposed to learn. Because during an individual's dark night of the soul, we basically have to figure out what it is that we're supposed to learn. Because on the other side of it, we can always look back in retrospect and say, oh, okay, that's what it is we're supposed to learn. And I know I've said similar things in previous videos, but it's becoming so clear that this is not going to go away anytime soon. I had someone come into the office yesterday saying that she had had a minor panic attack last week. And it was right after the travel ban. And basically, it was just personalizing everything. I have other people who are really concerned about their relatives, who are from other countries. I have other people who basically now are really afraid of what's going to happen with the educational system because of both their kids and because of their own jobs in the educational system. So, this is all real stuff. And so people who are saying, they need to get over it, which I've heard, or are being really negative to the uprising that's happening, I really would encourage you to look at what it was like for you 8 years ago when Obama was elected president. Because again, the thing is, my little epiphany I had a couple weeks ago is that the people who were afraid of what was going to happen when Obama came into office were really the ones who were afraid to grow. They were afraid to be pushed to think outside their boxes. They wanted things to stay the same. They wanted things to basically not change as far as gay rights or racial rights or really anything. And that was very stressful for them. Now the people who are concerned are the people who feel like they were going to be kept from growing and evolving. So there's a big difference for what is happening now versus 8 years ago. But also we have to think about this in terms of this is really the nation's dark night of the soul for many, many, many reasons. But it's all, as I've said before, very necessary for us to get this stuff to the surface, get it out, really finally figure out how are we as people going to live. And this to me is all about basically growing toward love consciousness, because the fear consciousness that is out there right now is what is stirring all of the harsh words and the negativity. And I just would really encourage you to think about what the dark night of your own soul, in the context of the dark night of the nation, is, where that is and what it is that you can learn from this. Because this is here for all of us to grow, not only the people who are happy with our new presidency, but the people who are not so happy with the presidency. So I just want, again, to encourage you to think about what is it I'm supposed to be learning? How am I supposed to be evolving from this? And frankly, I'm seeing beautiful things happen. There's so much happening within people that is really helping them understand love consciousness, but then it's also helping them understand how to be more empowered in their own way. So lots and lots of things are going on. But, I think this is a dark night of the nation's soul at this point. And the positive of that is that at some point we will see the positive. But I think it's important to keep that in context as we go through this process, because this is not going away anytime soon. So spend some time thinking about what you're supposed to learn. I hope you have a good day, and I would love to hear your comments.